Hello everyone. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you the last point from the unit first, which is temporal dimension, and one of the practical, which is 1D. That means in one practical's D part, so which is small. So that's why I'm taking this last point and practical of practical number 1. Okay, so just see first of all this point, and after that I'm going to show you the practical which comes under practical number 1. Okay, practical number 1 मध्ये 4 parts आहेत. Okay, that is practical 1A, which is related to the point representation. Then practical number 1 2, that means 1B related to line representation. Then practical number 1C related to polygonal representation. Okay, and practical number 1D, which is calculating the lengths and statistics. Okay, so I'm going to show you this practical. So first of all, I'm completing this point. Okay, that is after this point, unit 1 is complete. Okay, so first of all, see temporal dimension. Okay, so when any of the information related to the particular area or the particular region is collected, and there is a need that particular graphs are depends upon some of the measurement, that is scale of measurements. So there is a need to apply a scale of measurements, so that measurements are depends upon a specific time period. Okay, so some of the geographic phenomena are also dynamic and they change over a time. Okay, so काही असा एरिया असेल की तो टाइम वरती चेंज होत असतो. Okay, change over the time, so there is a need to implement that particular scale of measurement in a graph. So for that temporal dimensions are used. Okay, so suppose you want to check weather map. Okay, so that map is changing over time. See this weather map, how that it looks like. So these are the particular time period where this, see this time, and that is depends upon the time interval. Okay, so at the time interval that particular structures of a map is going to change, so that depends upon a time interval. Okay, so that are comes under temporal dimension. Okay, याच्यामध्ये समजलं असेल की याच्यामध्ये टेम्पोरल डायमेन्शन काय असतं. तर या म्हणजे हे टायमिंग वरती डिपेंड आहे की याच्यामध्ये मॅपिंग चेंज होतात. तर याच्यामध्ये जसं टाइम मध्ये चेंज होईल तसं ह्या मॅपिंग मध्ये पण चेंज होतोय. सी दिस, the map is changes in the time period. Okay, so for that this time interval is going to use. Then in what types of mapping this time is going to include, just like where and when did something happen. So one of the how fast did this change occur, that means in how many periods this changes are going to done, then in which order did the changes happen. So these types of questions are involving for including a time period. Okay, so there is an important role of temporal dimension, that is a timing in a graphical representation. So there are different types of graphical representation depends upon time. So that times are of different types. So in that, first one is discrete and continuous time. Okay, so discrete means we are counted that particular time. Okay, and continuous means we can't calculate or we can not count the scale. Okay, so that are called as continuous scale. So असे काही ग्राफ्स असतात की त्याच्यामध्ये आपण डिस्क्रीट टायमिंग यूज करतो किंवा कंटिन्युअस टायमिंग यूज करतो. आता त्याच्यामध्ये डिस्क्रीट म्हणजेच काय आहे, तर डिस्क्रीट मीन्स just like seconds, minutes, hours, days, months or years. That means we are calculate this, that is, or we count this, that is how many years, how many months, That means between the months, then how many days, then hours, minutes, seconds. So we count these particular values that are called as discrete values. Okay, and in discrete continuous scale, that means there are the numbers or the particular time period is not going to count. म्हणजे हे आपण काउंट करू शकत नाही. दॅट कंटिन्युअस मीन्स सेरीज, ही सेरीज असते. तर त्या सेरीज मध्ये जे काही ऑप्शन्स दाखवायचे असतात तर ते या कंटिन्युअस टाइमने आपण ते काय करू शकतो, मेन्शन करू शकतो. सो देर आर the changeable structure which is used in continuous time. So there is no any fixed point or fixed value for that timing. So that are called as a continuous time. Okay, suppose आता ह्याच्यामध्ये असेल air temperature. Okay, so that air temperature is minimized and maximized, or it is changeable at मिनी सेकंड. म्हणजे हे मिनी सेकंडला याच्यामध्ये थोडंफार काय होत असतं, चेंज होत असतं. तर ते कंटिन्युअसली टायमिंगच्या अंडर येऊ शकतं. ओके, सो त्या टाईपमध्ये हे टायमिंग्स यूज केले जातात. दॅट इज डिस्क्रीट अँड कंटिन्युअस टाइम. देन the another one is valid time and transaction time. So valid time, or it is also called as a world time, is the time when an event really happened or a string of event took place. And transaction time, or it is called as a database time, is the time when the event was stored in the database or GIS. Okay, so suppose there is an event. So when that event is happened, that time is called as valid time or world time. म्हणजे आता एखादा इव्हेंट असेल जिओग्राफिक एरियावरती, तर तो एखादा जो काही इव्हेंट असणार आहे तर तो इव्हेंट ऍक्च्युअली कधी तिथे घडलेला आहे, at what moment that event is happened, so that time is called as valid time or world time. Okay, and if when that event is stored in the database, that time is called as transaction time or database time. ओके, म्हणजे सपोज आता एक जिओग्राफिक रिजन कन्सिडर केला आणि त्याच्यावरती एखादा इव्हेंट ऑकर झालेला असेल, तर तो जो टायमिंग असतो ऍक्च्युअल हॅपनिंग मोमेंट और द इव्हेंट टाइम इज कॉल्ड ॲज व्हॅलिड टाइम. आणि जेव्हा तो इव्हेंट होऊन गेलेला आहे पण तो जेव्हा डेटाबेस मध्ये स्टोअर केला जातो, दॅट टाइम इज कॉल्ड ॲज ट्रान्झॅक्शन टाइम. देन द नेक्स्ट वन इज लिनियर, ब्रांचिंग अँड सायक्लिक टाइम. सो time can be considered to be linear, extending from the past to the present and into the future. So this views gives a single timeline for some type of temporal analysis. Branching time, in which different timelines from a certain point in time onwards are possible, and cyclic time, in which repeating cycles such as seasons or days of a week are recognized, makes more sense and can be useful. So first of all, linear means what? That means we can extend the particular time period from the past to the present and present to the future. म्हणजे असा एक एरिया, असा ग्राफिकल रिप्रेझेंटेशन असतं की त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला टाइम यूज करायचा आहे, पण त्याच्यामध्ये काय होतं तर तो टाइम हा पास्ट सोबत रिलेटेड असतो. ओके, म्हणजे सपोज आज असेल तर आजचा हा काल सोबत रिलेटेड असणार आहे. दॅट मीन्स टुडे इज रिलेटेड टू yesterday and today is also related to the tomorrow. Okay, that means yesterday, today and tomorrow. So this is the linear timing. So that means extending from the past to the present and into the future. So this is called as a linear time. Then the branching means in which different timelines from a certain point in time onwards are possible. Okay, so that means timelines are changes from a certain point. म्हणजे एखाद्या पॉइंट पासून तो काय होऊ शकतो इन टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स. दॅट मीन्स पुढे पुढे तो काय होत जाऊ शकतो, चेंज होत जाऊ शकतो. दॅट मीन्स इट इज नॉट लिनियर बट इट इज चेंजेस फ्रॉम अ सर्टन पॉइंट. अँड द अनदर वन इज सायक्लिक टाइम. ओके, सायक्लिक टाइम मीन्स repeating cycles are used here for the time period. So for example, suppose the seasons are changeable. So in that the cyclic times are used. Suppose the days or the week are recognized. Suppose days are from Monday to Sunday. So these are the repeated days. So in that the cyclic timings are used. Okay, so for the different things, different timings are used. The next one is time granularity. So when measuring time, we speak of granularity as the precision of a time value in a GIS or database. That means we can use the granularity of a time. So when we can use the time period, then there is a need to maintain a granularity of a time. So for example, year, month, day, second, etc. That are comes under a time granularity. Okay. So in cadastral applications, time granularity might well be a day, as the law requires deeds to be date marked. ज्या cadastral applications मध्ये days use केले जातात. Okay, mapping note करण्यासाठी. And the last one, and which is important, which is absolute and relative time. Okay, so time can be represented as absolute or a relative. So absolute time marks a point on the timeline where events happen. Okay, that means like this. For example, 6 July 1999 at 11:15 p.m. Okay, and a relative time is indicated relative to the other points in time. For example, yesterday, last year, tomorrow. So this type of information is given under relative time, and this particular information is given under absolute टाइम. म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये ऍक्च्युअली माहिती आहे की त्याच्यामध्ये ऍक्च्युअली फिक्स टायमिंग काय होता तो. सो दॅट टाइम इज कन्स अंडर ऍब्सोल्यूट. पण याच्यामध्ये एक पर्टिक्युलर पॉईंट दिलेला आहे, पण ऍक्च्युअली तो कधी इव्हेंट ऑकर झालेला आहे हे त्याच्यामध्ये माहिती नाहीये. तर त्याच्यामध्ये आपण असं देऊ शकतो की फॉर एक्झाम्पल येस्टरडे, लास्ट इयर अँड टुमॉरो. सो दिस टाइप्स ऑफ वर्ड्स आर युज्ड हियर अँड दॅट आर कम्स अंडर relative time. So which are all are relative to now or 2 weeks later, which is relative to some other arbitrary point in time. Okay, म्हणजे हे एका दुसऱ्या पॉइंट शी रिलेटेड असतात. So that's why that are called as relative time. Okay, so for example, to assess whether radar images are reliable resources for detecting the disappearance of primary forest, this area of work is commonly known as change detection. So this type of weather radar systems that are depends upon the particular detection of the primary forest section or any of the another sections. So for that these different time dimensions are used. Okay, मन ह्याच्यामध्ये इथे या ह्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला समजत असेल की या ग्राफ वरती हे पर्टिक्युलर चेंजेस दाखवलेले आहेत and that changes are depends upon a time. So for defining the time in a graphical representation, different formats are available. So that timing formats are depends upon you. That means which type of graphical representation you want to create. Okay, so when you want to use only the simple graph and you just want to give the particular static time, or that is called as a, first of all, which is I am saying discrete time. So you just use the discrete time. That means you count this in months, years. Okay, and if you want to do the continuous time period, then use continuous time period dimension in the graph. Okay, so here your unit first is completed of GIS. This is the questionnaire which is given at the end of the unit. So you just prepare this question. Okay, is there any problem related to a theory of unit first? So let's move towards the practical number 1D. So for that, I'm opening QGIS. Wait for a moment. Okay, then project new. Okay, first of all, I'm showing you practical number 1. I I already show you this practical number 1A, which is related to the polygon representation. Okay, then second practical is related to line representation. Okay, and the third one, which is practical number 1C, which is related to point representation. And after that, I create one of the graph. Okay, and after that, I will show you the practical number 1D. So there are sub practicals are in main practicals. That means one practical number 1 have 4 practicals. Then practical number 2 have 2 or 3 practicals under it. Okay, so याच्यामध्ये एकामध्ये एक असे practicals आहेत. Then the practical number 1D is calculating line lengths and statistics. Okay, calculating line lengths and statistics. So this is the practical number 1D. So I continue this practical 1D, calculating line lengths and statistics. For that, take a new project. After that, click on layer. Okay, so this is the option layer, that is menu. Then click on add layer. So not on create layer. Go to add layer. Then select option vector layer. Okay, so see this again from layer menu. Select add layer and click on add vector layer. Okay, so this window appears here. From that, see the file option is selected or not. From file source type. Okay, so just see file option is selected or not. याच्यामध्ये file option selected आहे की नाही तो check करायचा आहे. Okay, so just see this. After that, we need this vector data set. Okay, so see vector data set. So for all the data set which is needed for our practicals, which is already available. Okay, so just use that data sets. Okay, there is no need to create separately this data set. So I download it on my computer. So I'm using this. So I provide this all data sets to you. Okay, so just click on that. Then I'm storing it in file needs for practical. So for that, I'm taking this calculating length and statistics for the rail, Indian rail. So for that, I need rail.shp. So there is a file, Indian rail.shp file. I just open this. Okay, so just I browse the particular file, that is Indian rails.shp. Okay, so I add this component here on the vector layer. I'm adding this. Then there is also need to add the another vector data set, that is Indian 0 and the underscore ADM 0. So .shps. Okay, that is this file we need here. Then open and add. Okay, so just close this window when adding these 2 vector layers. So these vectors layers are added here. So then select the properties, because here lines are not shown here, that is rails. So we change the property of this graph. See this. just wait a moment. See this graph contains the particular rail which is comes under India. So this is the Indian rail structure which is given in this map. So there is a need to calculate this particular length. So we add this Indian rail and Indian ADM vector layers in this map. Okay, then suppose you want to change the particular shape of that particular structure, then click on properties and select any of the symbology that you want. So just use any of the symbology which is present here. Okay, so that change your particular presentation on the screen. Then after clicking on okay, so this our map is open here. Okay, हा map open झालेला दिसतो सर्वांना. Okay, then after that we are going to next stage. Okay, so go again in layer pane. Okay, after that this is the layers pane, that means panel. Then right click on Indian rails. See this again in a layer pane, go to the Indian rails, then right click and click on open attribute table. See this option, open attribute table. Okay, just click on that option. Not on ADM 0, click on Indian rails. Okay, then after that go to the toggle editing button. See this, there is toggle editing button. So you don't know which is toggle editing mode or any of the option, then just move the cursor on that particular option. Okay, so it gives the name that is which is given here, that is toggle editing mode. Okay, so just read that and after that you can use. So just click on that option, then go to the another button which is called as field calculator. So where is field calculator? Which is here, open field calculator. Okay, just see where it is. It pronounce the name here. So just see this open field calculator, just click on that. Okay, then after clicking on that button, set the output field as track length. Okay, just mention it here. We are going to calculate the length, so that's why we take it here, track underscore length. Okay, and set the output field type to the decimal number. Okay, then set this precision to 2. Okay, म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये precision value 2 असणार आहे and output field length is 10. So just change this precision to 2. Then from the near pen, from the row number, select the type geometry. So just click on the geometry. Then in this expression field, mention the expression as $length divided by 1000. Okay, set this expression here. Okay, and press on OK button. So in this table, this new column is added here, which is track length. Okay, already हा इथे नव्हता आणि जेव्हा आपण हे इथे ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म केलं तेव्हा याच्यामध्ये हा न्यू कॉलम इथे ऍड झालेला आहे, ट्रॅक लेंथ. ओके, आफ्टर दॅट which is track length means it is given in the kilometers. Okay, that length is given in kilometer, that is called as track length. Okay, हे झाल्यानंतर याच्यामध्ये काय करायचं आहे तर you just save this file by pressing Ctrl S. Okay, Ctrl S करून ही फाइल सेव्ह करायची आहे and on save edit option on toolbar and close the attribute table window. Suppose you want to save this, then press Ctrl S, otherwise click on save edits. See this save edits. Okay, that means all the changes are saved here and after that close the attribute table window. इथे attribute table window काय करायची आहे, क्लोज करायची आहे. Okay, so we कॅल्क्युलेट दिस लेंथ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इन किलोमीटर, म्हणजे आपल्याला लेंथ कॅल्क्युलेट करायची आहे, त्यामुळे आपण काय केलं, हे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल किलोमीटर मध्ये कॅल्क्युलेट करून घेतलेलं आहे. आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपल्याला इझिली टोटल लेंथ काय करता येईल, काउंट करता येईल. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आय एम कॅल्क्युलेटिंग दिस. देन आफ्टर दॅट, for calculating the total length of railway tracks in India, so there is the another functionality which is going to work. So for that, select vector, then this is vector, then go to the analysis tools. See here, go to vector, then analysis tool, and then select basic statistics for fields. So just click on that option, vector analysis tools, basic statistics for fields. Okay, and after that, in that input layer, which is EPSG 4326, check it here, it is there or not. So if it is not there, then change this from this. Okay, then the field to calculate statistic on, so change this field to track length. Okay, so track length हे आपण नंतर ऍड केलेलं म्हणून हे लास्ट ला आलेलं आहे, which is give the track length in kilometers. So just select this option which is track length. Okay, and save this file at any location. Okay, आता हे कोणत्या तरी एका लोकेशनला सेव्ह करायचं आहे की ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला त्याचा इन्फॉर्मेशन मिळणार आहे. देन क्लिक ऑन सेव्ह टू फाईल. Then it gives the browse option where you want to save. Then I want to save this document file, where I'm giving the file name as output.html. Okay, save this file in HTML format because this file is open in a web browser. Suppose you want to save this another format, then just save this. Okay, then save. Here path is appear and click on run. Okay, हे सेट केल्यानंतर बघा, input layer Indian Rails, APSG 4326, then field to calculate statistics on, which is track length, and the file name where statistics are stored, which is output.html, and click on run. Okay, so all these options are given here. याच्यामध्ये हे ऑप्शन्स इथे आलेले आहेत. And all that information regarding to the length which is given in the output.html file where you save this file. Okay, म्हणजे जिथे तुम्ही फाईल सेव्ह कराल तिथे ती इन्फॉर्मेशन जाणार आहे. ओके, अँड जस्ट क्लोज दिस फाईल. ओके, सॉरी, क्लोज दिस ऑप्शन. सो हा इंडियन रेलचा मॅप आहे, माहिती आहे ना. देन go to the folder where you save this file output.html. See this, just click on that particular file. All the information is given here. So that is analyzed field, that is track length, count, then unique values, then null values, minimum values, all the information related to the track length which is given here. Okay, so from this track, the total length of the railway track in India, which is calculated as 60,479.32 kilometer. Okay, so this particular value is calculated from this statistic. Okay, हे जे काही स्टॅटिस्टिक इथे कॅल्क्युलेट केलेले आहेत त्याच्यावरून त्याची पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्यू काउंट केली जाते. ऑल दीज फील्ड्स आर यूज्ड फॉर कॅल्क्युलेटिंग दी टोटल लेंथ. Okay, so this is practical number 1D, calculating the line lengths and statistics. Okay, so I'm showing you that particular practical related to the Indian Rail. So you just find any of the information related to the length of any roads that are covered in a city. Okay, so any of the roads that are available in a particular geographic area. Okay, या टाइप मध्ये जर तुम्ही एखादं ग्राफिकल रिप्रेझेंटेशन केलेलं असेल आणि त्याच्यामध्ये टोटल लेंथ काउंट करायची असेल तर या टाइपचे जे काही मेथड्स आहेत त्या मेथड्स आपण यूज करू शकतो. ओके, दिस इज प्रॅक्टिकल नंबर 1D. देर इज एनी प्रॉब्लेम related to this practical? This is the output of practical number 1D. Anyone have a problem related to this? Then tell me.